Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Friday, July 17th, 18th? I just looked at the date and I just, out of my head again. I believe it's the 18th. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. It's a timeless read. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs. I don't use the genders. It's all energy anyways. So if you need to switch the genders of the roles, go right ahead. That is not a problem. Just remember, it's a general collective read. So not every read's going to be for you. Please use your higher wisdom. Okay, use your discernment. Not every read's going to be for you. It's virtually impossible. Stay mindful. Okay, I'll bring out the tarot cards. I'll give you the description of the cards as well as what I'm picking up intuitively. You know your story best. It could be all the cards, some of them, one or none. Okay, like I said, and then we bring it together at the end. I just want to say thank you for being here. I love you guys so very, very much. You guys are excellent. You're my family. Okay, deep spiritual connection. Thank you for sharing your stories with me. I would love to, respond to each and every one of you, but I can't, unfortunately. But I do pray for each and every one of you. Let's see where we're going to go with this message, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels. Ooh, that was quick. Oh, there you go. Accelerated motion, 8. Moving forward, it could be communication, action, and or travel. Typically, it's the rods of love. It's good news. You could have seen something coming a mile away, and now it's coming to pass. I just heard, or anticipated something. That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, spiritual strength in reverse. So somebody was kind of trying to hide or cloak something. Maybe you. Maybe you do have a lot of spiritual strength and somebody doesn't. They're trying to hide this. Maybe you are a spiritualist. You work in spirituality. You don't have to. Somebody has no willpower, no strength. Somebody doesn't want to be alone. There's unawareness here. Somebody's unaware of something. Or they're hoping you are. Where are we going with this? Oh, they're in their shadow. Somebody's in their shadow. I don't know. There's a lot of lies, illusions, deception. Somebody's hiding something. Secrets. There's two sides to each and every one of us. We do have a shadow side. Everyone does, including myself. Right? Maybe somebody's battling with their shadow. I don't know. Harmony could be a partnership of some sort, a third-party situation. Could be a contract, or it's using your higher wisdom and elevating and ascending. Making some good decisions here. Somebody wants peace and harmony now. So maybe somebody's going within and doing that soul work. At one point they didn't want to. Maybe they didn't know how to. Maybe somebody wants to talk to you. How do I do this? Guide me. Maybe you're a guide of some sort. Or maybe you didn't know you had that much spiritual strength backing you up. And something's taking off. You're doing that spiritual work and it's taking off really quickly. You're seeing you're seeing results maybe. I don't know. I'm getting weird. Yeah, this is disruption. So a lot of us, before we heal, let's say, come to realize certain truths in our lives, we go through tower moments, right? A disruption of sorts. It's going to be shocking. It's going to happen quickly. You cannot stop it. It is the universe redirecting you and everyone who goes through the towers onto the right path. Somebody was in their shadow. They have to come out. They have to do that healing work. It's going to be shocking to somebody. It could be you or someone else. The waiting game. Somebody was playing the waiting game too higher. This is a high priest or high priestess. There's a lot of lies and illusions. Somebody's tapping into their higher wisdom and their intuition. It could be a reader or a spiritualist. It doesn't have to be. There's no communication here. This is good counsel. Maybe you're tapping into somebody that's giving you some good, wise counsel here. Or you're tapping into your intuition. Maybe you didn't know you had that kind of spiritual strength. Or somebody that you were dealing with didn't know you were that strong, but you are. Somebody's getting uprooted here. Could have something to do with your family or someone you have a family with or someone else's family. You could have been like spinning, going around in circles for a long time, but time is up. It's just nearly there. A waiting game. Somebody wanted you waiting. Yeah. You're waiting for a new beginning, to take a leap of faith, start over again potentially. It's a Fool card, right? Okay, you're moving on. Could be a third party. Maybe you're going towards a higher level soulmate connection. Doesn't have to be. It could be a contract. You're making your decision. You're wizened up. You know what I'm saying? We all grow up eventually. Let's hope. You're moving on, or somebody else is. Yeah, somebody's reminiscing memories of the past. You might be going back. If it's a higher level soulmate, it could be a past life soulmate. It could be something to do with children. You're moving away from the past. You're finally dealing with your inner childhood wounds here. Congratulations. Who knows? 6-6, by the way. I just noticed that. Maybe you're going to therapy or whatever methods you're using to heal, if it is healing from trauma. Maybe it's a lot easier than you thought it would be, dealing with these past memories, right? You're moving on from holding on to these memories, potentially. Maybe you had lost hope. Maybe you didn't believe. You had no faith, right? Suffering in silence no more. You didn't want to go within and do that soul work. Didn't think you were strong enough. Or this is somebody else didn't think there was going to happen. Maybe you were in codependent relationships all your life, not wanting to be alone. Maybe relationships were based on contingencies, what you got out of it, or somebody else you're dealing with, okay? No shade if that's the story, okay? A lot of people, me including when I was younger, you know, codependency, you don't realize it's codependency, but it is. And when you start realizing what's what it really is, at the end of the day, you start to really rethink your thoughts or your choices in life. Let's hope, anyways. What deck do you want me to use? Okay, you want me to go back the old. Okay, so with 8 of Wands in the upright, so something's happening quickly. The mountains are in the background, meaning that's hardship. And you're looking back and you're going, you know, I made it. I made it. Somehow I made it, or I will make it. You know, if you haven't gone through it, it could be past, present, or future. Some sort of... somebody may have no willpower that you're dealing with. Fated to suffer. Maybe you thought you were fated to suffer. 25, you're moving on. This is a Chariot. Somebody didn't want to take accountability. That's all it is. For being in their shadow yet again. Could be contributing to the delinquency of minors. This is a younger person, and or tempting. Given into temptation all the time. Could be addictions, obsessions. Could be anything. Codependency, like I said. You're getting out of it quickly, maybe, or somebody you're dealing with. This is the child you were always meant to be. So you're finding yourself here, 8. You're finding your strength and your courage to do this. I've got a good feeling from this read. You're planting seeds, good solid seeds, and they're now taking root. Congratulations. I'm really feeling that you never thought you could do this, or whomever you're dealing with. You never had faith that they could do this. But something's taken here. Somebody maybe wanted revenge on you or took revenge. 23, somebody could be a marriage, a commitment. Could be in the reverse, committed some sort of crime. Could be a warlock. It could be corruption of some sort. Somebody expected you to take revenge and you didn't. Maybe that's what's changing things. Maybe in the past, you know, if somebody got in your face, you bark back. You know what I'm saying? You defend yourself. Oh, I'm not going to take your shit, blah, blah, blah. But as we get older, we know we pick and choose our fights. What's worth it, what's not. Maybe this is it. This is your growth. You're not going to respond in a way that somebody expects you to, and you thwarted them by not responding the way they wanted you to. Downcast pride. They're under divine judgment here. They need to take accountability, or this is your second chance at life. Radical acceptance is a wake-up call, a spiritual awakening. Congratulations. You're getting on path, and you're not going to cry for whomever you're dealing with that tried to hurt you. Not going to cry over the past any longer, because when you look at it on a higher level, it taught you a lesson. It strengthened you in a way. It brought you back home to yourself. I don't know. I'm getting very good vibes from this read. I did a quick tap in to see if the collective, not for me, earlier to see what energies were floating around. It was a good read. So good things are happening, which is always welcome, right? 8 of Wands, good news coming out. Somebody was in their shadow trying to orchestrate something. You could be moving on. This is universally driven, by the way. It's victory. You overcame whatever this is, or you will overcome it. And you're leaving things behind that no longer serve you. It's victory, okay? Yeah. Expectation. You could be expecting a child. Congratulations if so. But you're expecting good things now. Maybe at one point you were, dare I dream? Dare I, you know, for fear something would go wrong. You know, everything, you know, when you feel happy, something good happens in your life. And I can relate to this back in the old days. always trepidation, always scared because there's always a shoe that drops that ruins it. You know what I mean? Don't want to be too happy now. Yeah, expecting somebody to leave or end a situation. Somebody could have had addictions and maybe the people around them, could be you or someone else, was expecting them not to make it. You know what I'm saying, right? Truth and clarity, this is healing. This is the sun. Something's over. Something to do with poverty. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a change. When you're coming out of poverty, maybe. A poverty mindset. Somebody was a gold digger and a cloud chaser. There's something to do with courtship here. Emperor energy. Bossing up, taking back your power. Having authority in your life. Maybe you were dating people that, again, codependency, right? Oh, they can pay half the mortgage, half the rent. They're going to help me in this, that, and the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Or this is somebody you're dealing with. Somebody wanted to be a privileged lady, or you are one. And that's kind of like the Empress, right? Keeping stuck, sacrificing. 12, letting go, letting God, surrendering. This is illumination and overcoming. Somebody's in despair. A marriage or commitment. Adjudication could be a divorce or separation. Could be a pregnancy, could be something. There's a great fortune involved. Sudden wealth. Wow, there's a false person here. Wanting control of this money is the Tower. You're going to find out somebody was very, very false. Something to do with a home, stability, a business, a family, an occupation. Maybe you're working from home. You're stable and secure right now, shocking others. I'm really picking up. It's either you or somebody you're dealing with. Somebody was very false. Maybe they kind of set up little booby traps for you throughout your life to make you keep you down. There's something to do with money, a home. It could be an inheritance, life insurance. It could be family money. They didn't want you to partake of this family money because, oh, look at you. You're just going out and partying all the time. You're not very serious about life. Meanwhile, this person's doing worse. Something to do with a home. Somebody marries for money, for stability. Something to do with an occupation. Yours or someone else. There's a message of concern. Maybe somebody's going to lose their job. If this is not somebody you know intimately, it could be some sort of institution, keeping things away from you, kept you in poverty. It wouldn't be the first time we hear that, right? All right, crooked people. I mean, I just saw news on the news last night. You know how we're talking about those crooked people working for banks and stuff? This couple that are retired, disabled, one of the banks here, I'm not going to mention the name, called them. This is obviously a swindler. Swindled them out of $70,000. And they called the bank. They went to the bank twice during this time, and the bank didn't stop them. It didn't stop the money from leaving their accounts. The bank, obviously somebody working at the bank was colluding with this. And now the bank turned around and said, there's nothing we can do for you. We're not going to replace the money. These people are out, okay? They can't even pay their mortgage. They can't pay their bills. They don't know what they're going to do. They're elderly and they're disabled. It's just, it seems like these rotten apples all over the place are getting away with it. They're not even getting a smack on the wrist, right? Probably still keeping their jobs. I don't know. It just doesn't feel fair, but it's getting righted here. I know the divine's on it. 8. This is fast forward motion, fated to suffer, and expectation. So they wanted you to suffer. They know they're going to suffer. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call a person, boundaries, and still angry. This could be you or someone else. Keep your boundaries up. Palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So this is you, or you're going towards that. Congratulations. Bottom of the deck, we have camera. Somebody got caught on camera doing something. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. So you've learned. You retained, okay? You know what it looks like having these no good people around you or somebody that doesn't want your best life for you. Paradise. Yeah, we've got palm trees in paradise. Somebody could have been traveling on your dime while you're stuck at home struggling, right? So happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. You might be going on vacation. Congratulations. Somebody's heartbroken. That you're happy? Come on. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. It's all part of breaking up, okay? I'm not minimizing your pain, but you will be fine, okay? You will survive this. You will. Trust and believe you will. Take it one day at a time, okay? Date. You might be going out there to date again, meeting someone new, getting back out there, plan, set a date. Something's not enough for someone here. There's never enough. They're never fully satisfied or fulfilled because they take from others, right? They're not living in their true authentic purpose. It could be you or someone else. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. Not a way to go. You know? So somebody needs to heal. Obviously, if you're the person that got injured here, you need to heal from this too. It's not fair, but yeah. These people, they take the piss, right? Oh, look at this. I'm tired today. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but it's a weird kind of tired. I woke up early. I had to do some blood work today. I had a 9:20 appointment. I love how close my doctor is. I swear to God, I had a 9:20 appointment. By 9:30, I was at home making a coffee. I love it. Anyways, I'm just tired. So after I do a couple of reads, see how these go. I might just have a nap. I have to go out for dinner tonight, so I just want my beauty sleep here. Judgment. Somebody displayed some poor judgment. A judgment went against somebody. They're getting some karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. No second chances. Somebody does not want to heal. They're grieving and regretting. So their poor choices, maybe they did lose somebody. My condolences. Maybe they did. They're grieving over something here. It could be you or someone else. So you're not going to be dealing with these assholes. Maybe you're avoiding them. I say assholes because I think there's more than one here that wanted to not see you happy, not see you excel, not see you heal. For whatever reason. Obviously, it's jealousy. It's them not feeling secure within themselves. You know how some people always want somebody worse than them? Well, at least I'm not them. You know what I mean? That could be it too. Well, at least I'm not them. At least people aren't talking about me like they're talking about them. Oh, I guarantee you they are talking about you like that. If you're around people that like to gossip, talk about other people in front of you, guaranteed the minute your back is turned, they're doing it to you too. Thank you. Golden opportunity, stability, offers. You're dealing with opportunists. You're very blessed. This is stability. This is something tangible, something that you can work with, that you can use to invest in yourself or invest and grow. Okay? Generational wealth, stability, whatever this is. New beginnings. Overarching energy, moving forward. Radical acceptance, taking accountability, awareness, bringing back balance. You're under the canopy of the universe, or this is someone else coming towards you, but you overcame whatever this is. You needed to radically accept the situation for what it was, and sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. You're moving forward no matter what. Leaving someone or something behind is universally driven. It is victory. Yeah, you're parting ways with something or someone. A false contract could be all one-sided if it's a contract. All stacked against you, right? Very karmic. It's a lesson. You've learned your lessons. Now you move on. Somebody made some poor decisions, and now they're reaping the consequences to that decision or those decisions. You don't want to be stuck in a karmic loop any longer, I just heard. Wow. Yeah, you have a new beginning. This is not a new beginning for you. You could feel like a fool, or somebody feels like a fool here. You're innocent. You're taking a leap of faith. This is a new, exciting opportunity for you. I don't know. Innocence. Getting back to innocence. The divine wants us to live like children in our hearts, with that childlike wonder and excitement. That's why I love kids. Even when my son was small, I got to see the world through his eyes. He sees it the first time. I'm seeing it the second time. And I'm really enjoying it, type of thing. Even with my sister's grandkids and my niece and my nephew, I did the same. Even all my friends. I always babysat everybody's kids. I was that one. All the kids loved me. We would play. We would laugh. We would build memories together. Because I was more of a kid than they were half the time. And I loved every second of it. But that's what I'm picking up. You're going back to that kid-like wonder. There's no better way to live, right? I'm not saying you're irresponsible. You can't handle life, that you're a child. No. But you're enjoying life. You're tasting it, you know? The way we all should. Lovers in reverse. There's no harmony where you've been, so you're moving on, or somebody else is moving on. It's moving and traveling. Somebody's a player energy. They did something too quickly. They don't think before they act. Knee-jerk reactions. This could be, like I said, a player. They're very flighty, in and out. You're letting it go. You don't want to be held back by this person any longer. Or somebody's being moved, passionately being moved to take some sort of passionate action and let someone or something go. They can't restrict you any longer. You're free. You want to be free. You're letting it go. You see it for what it is. You see clearly. You're no longer mentally conflicted. There's no more stalemate, hemming and hawing. You're able to make this decision clearly. Yeah, because somebody's going. Maybe you're facing poverty, or they left you in poverty, or they're going to be facing poverty. They always left you on the outside looking in. This really affected your confidence, by the way. You know what I mean? Somebody followed another out into the cold, whether it's you or someone else. It's not a very warm, nourishing, nurturing situation. This could be you. You just decide. You woke up one day and decided that was a poor decision. I'm with somebody that's flighty, that they're really not there for me. They don't care. Eight of Swords. They don't care. You're removing all obstacles here. You're seeing things clearly as they should be, or this is a divine removing obstacles. It's not going to go anywhere. You have no future here. Three of Wands. And somebody else is not prepared for you to make these decisions or make these cuts. Oh, somebody's heartbroken. Put it back in, they said. Okay. You're opening up your heart. You know you're letting this go. You know it's going to be a heartache, but you know you're going to be okay at the end of the day. We're all going to suffer heartaches in our life. Nobody died of a broken heart, really. I mean, sometimes you hear stories, you know. But really, at the end of the day, you're going to be okay. As long as you keep on a healthy path, okay? You don't you don't numb yourself. You don't go right into another relationship. Give yourself enough time between your past relationship. If it is a relationship, it could be family, friend, work. Give yourself enough space between your last relationship and your new one, if there is a new one coming. So you don't bring all that garbage into the new relationship. Then you're just setting yourself up for doom, for failure. Yeah, somebody didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. It's a permanent, profound ending here, okay? Someone's resisting change. There is no change in the situation. You don't see a way out. It's getting redundant, I heard. It's getting old. Being where you are in a relationship, in a business, with a family, with this friend, whatever this is preventing you from moving forward. Preventing you from enacting change in your life. You're not happy. Okay, you're not. It could be a family, a group. Not happy. You're always the scapegoat. You're always the butt of everybody's joke. That's what I'm picking up. You're the whipping post, the one they blame. If something goes missing, oh, must be them. You know, if something's broken in the house, oh, must be them. Or they did it. They made the mess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You peep their game. You're seeing through the illusions. You're breaking free. They can't bind you. You have no addictions, no codependency issues any longer. They're not liking it. Maybe you are healing and you're not codependent. You're not toxic. You don't want toxic in your life. And whoever you're dealing with, whether it's a family or somebody you have a family with, they're not liking it. They can't keep you. Yeah, they think you the fool. Let's blame them for everything. They're the clowns. They're the fools. You're taking a leap of faith. This is a new, exciting beginning for you. This is also innocence. You're not taking much with you. See, that satchel is very small. You don't have any good memories. You didn't build good memories with these people. They can't bind you. They can't make you stick around. You know what I'm saying? If they're trying to poke you, reactive abuse to get you there, to fit their narrative, you're not falling for it. You see it for what it is. You are distancing, you're detaching from this, and you're starting over maybe. And remember, starting over, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. You know what you don't want, what you do want. You know it might be a hard uphill climb, but at the end of the day, when you get to the top, it's smooth sailing for you, okay? You know better days are ahead. So somebody lied, they're jealous, vindictive, and violent, spiteful. Maybe you went ice cold. They're so jealous of you because you're able to do it on your own. You could be a business owner. They lied about you being, I don't know, somebody's angry at you. Maybe because you're celibate and chaste. Maybe they're going around saying you're not. You're able to do it on your own. You could be a business owner. You're the type of person, maybe you took it upon yourself. This doesn't have to be jealous, bitchy, whatever. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. It just could be you went ice cold. You stop talking to them. You cut them out. Unreasonable, I heard. These people are unreasonable. You could do it on your own. This could be you being single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Minding your own business. You don't get into other people's business. Or somebody's... Maybe they're mad that you're not. I don't know. You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. Meaning that if anybody's in your life, it's not because you need them. You're not codependent. It's because you want them there. So somebody's mad. Things are switching around in your life. You're stable and secure. Harvest time here. Those grapes are ripe. Something's happening for you, and it's wonderful. You're being guided by the divine. Get your cues, your downloads from the divine. You're healed. You're being guided to heal. You're bringing back balance to your life. You're divinely protected and guided by the angels. You're pouring that love into yourself. That love that was never given to you freely. It was withheld from you. Very balanced, okay? It's taking some time. You're taking responsibility for your life. You are responsible. If they went around saying, oh, they don't take life seriously, they're irresponsible, you can't, they're just a mess. We don't want them representing our family or whatever this is. Yeah. You're very responsible. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. I've been saying this the last couple of days. The only knight you really want to deal with is the Knight of Pentacles. It's the only one that makes it to the end. Careful, responsible, mature, dependable, reliable, not lazy. This is your rite of passage. This is what's belonging to you. It took a while, or it might take a while, but that's okay. You're going to get there. You're protected, by the way. Passing the test. They didn't want you having viable options. Somebody may have to balance something out with you financially. They don't have a choice. There's no more confusion about a situation, okay? You peep the game. All that glitters isn't gold. There's no more confusion. Running out of options, no viable options. They can't cover this up or hide you any longer. Somebody followed another one out into the cold. They left you out in the cold to rot, I heard. Wow. On the outside looking in. Never inviting you in closer than a certain way. They want something from you, but don't come any closer. You know what I mean? Emotionally. They don't share willingly with you about their life, only what they need to. Not very open and loving people that you were surrounded by. These people are going to be out on their ass. They could have left you in poverty, laughed at it. You had no choice but to heal, because that's what it is. They left you out with nothing. Right? Somebody's watching you, spying on you, gathering information, learning something, or you did learn something. They could be under investigation or surveillance. This is delayed communication from afar. Learning something about a family, about a long-term stability, long-term, this is a lot of money here. Spiritual inheritance or otherwise. You could be an heir to a will, an inheritance, life insurance, and you don't know about it. Somebody's dragging their feet coming towards you to tell you this. Somebody was making money off this money, maybe, I don't know if it's family, friend, love, or institutions, but they were making money off of this, off the dividends and off the interest, and now they're running out of options. They don't have a choice. They can't cover this up any longer. They're going to be living in poverty here because somebody's looked into it, wondering where this money's gone, or this is you looking into it, looking into this family, ending a cycle here. Generational wealth. Somebody bossed up, took back power. This could be you or someone else, male or female. Divine masculine energy, or as a father, boss, or leader. Protecting their throne. This could be the head of a family, could be the head of a corporation, organization, or established institution of some sort. They have to do the right thing. They might be coming in to apologize towards you. They know you're innocent. Or you are innocent. You have a new beginning. Someone's using their intuition, whether this is you or not. Somebody has authority, spiritual or otherwise, or both. Making the right decisions here. Yeah, somebody's left out in the cold, rejected, abandoned. Somebody's not happy here. Not happy. Feeling sorry for themselves here. They rejected you. Or they're going to be rejected. They wanted the fast people, fast life. They rejected you. They didn't like that. No, this is a gift from God. You were a gift from God. Bored and dissatisfied with life. This could be divination or somebody younger. Gathering some information. There could be a small token of appreciation coming your way or a little gift. You have a new beginning. You took a practical approach. This is good sound financial advice. Somebody's learned something here and they're not liking what they have learned. They could have left you out of a will, out of something. Or maybe you're doing divination or they're hearing divination. They don't like what they're hearing. Feeling rejected and abandoned. Didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. 3 of Wands in reverse. They didn't want you moving forward. They didn't think you could move forward in life. Somebody's non-committal. Didn't want to be alone and they kept you waiting for a payment. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They can't foresee. They have no vision here. Oh boy. Somebody's gaslighting, still playing mind games, trying to poke the bear with you. They paid somebody to do that because they were dissatisfied with you. This could be you or someone else. You're finding this out, or somebody else in the equation that's handling this money, the head of this family, corporation, whatever's finding this out. They're learning something. They're not serious about life. They're just a blight in this family. Somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. This is change. You're going into a new destined cycle here. Somebody was trying to hitch a ride on your Wheel of Fortune. Damn. Somebody could have did some divination to find out your chart, whatever, to find out your future, and they wanted to ride your wheel. Someone was malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Very careless here. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable and immature, self-serving and self-absorbed. They could have addictions. They're in their emotions potentially. Maybe they want to open up now. They can't control their emotions. Could be very dangerous. Be careful. Very manipulative. They can't manipulate you any longer. They're very pushy, very forceful. Be careful. They wanted to dominate you. Okay? They wanted power and control over this money or over you. They're trying to shut you up. Maybe you're talking about this, or trying to shut somebody else up. But you have strength and courage and might behind you. The real power is behind you. You are the power, not this bellowing lion. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, bad news, no communication. They're trying to shut somebody up. They lied, they threw rocks and hid hands. They feel entitled. This is a drama starter. They're trying to block this communication from coming towards you or taking action here because it was all lies, based off of lies. They don't want anybody to communicate with you. Somebody's not very smart. They think they're intelligent. They're not. Somebody feels entitled here. This is a drama starter. They need outside validation at all times because it's their ego. You know what I'm saying, right? Fluff my ego a little bit more. I need some more fluffing, please. They're not very creative or inspirational here. When they can't find a way, they start crying, right? They don't want people to see the real you. They were giving out, forcing a narrative, giving out, because in the upright, this could represent people see you for who you truly are, right? The scales are falling from their eyes. They didn't want people to see you for who you truly were. So they were passing off a false narrative of you. It's a scam artist, okay? Not a Cups in reverse. They didn't want you having love, friendship, fealty, or support. They never gave you support. They lied about supporting you. Maybe they're going around saying, I support that piece of shit. They don't want to work there. This, that, and the other thing. Meanwhile, it's them. They've somehow stolen your money, thwarted your money, blocked your money, your work, whatever this is. Passed around a false narrative of you of being some piece of shit that doesn't want to work. You're not serious about life. Maybe you have addictions. You sleep around. Whatever they said about you. And it was them. Well, you know, at least people won't be talking about me if they're talking about them. Yeah, they're going to be talking about you, whoever that is, if they're listening. I just heard the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So whoever this is likes to bellow, likes to scream. Why me? They call everybody involved. Just fucking gossip and shit talking until they get what they want. They're exhausting, I heard. Wow. Drama, drama, drama. Yep. I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Someone did stand up or protect you or your honor or your interests. False allegations and accusations, okay? Yeah, they can't block this from King of Swords here. Male or female. Could be some sort of professional involved, law and order. Somebody knows the truth. They spoke the truth. The sword is up in the air. This is somebody that's very, very intelligent and wise. They're not going to mince words either. They have authority. They're not looking too happy here. Damn. It could be an attack of some sort. You might have to call the law. I don't know. They didn't stand up or protect you. Somebody's not looking too happy. Like I said, it could be professionals. It could be somebody you know. They kept doing something over and over again. Didn't want it to end or stop. Unfinished business here. It's a wicked clap back. I just heard somebody's going to get an earful now. Wow. King of Swords. This is King of Swords. This is somebody's very, very intelligent, by the way. Yeah, there's going to be some communication or action here or travel. Fast forward motion. Something's going to take off really quickly. The truth, obviously. They did too much. Ten of Swords in reverse. Somebody could have planned to take you out, or they took somebody out, or they hurt somebody. Somebody needs healing and quickly. They may come towards you and ask for forgiveness. I don't know. Somebody in the know now knows the truth. They want to come in and take these swords out of your back. This was a crime. This was abuse. Reckless, and they endangered others. They definitely endangered you. Maybe at the time they knew what was going on, or they suspected, or they didn't follow through with their job. You know what I mean? Checks and balances. They were very lax and lazy where that was concerned. Passive aggressive. Now they have to take action. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. Or somebody in the equation, for a few of you, might have had an internal disruption, okay? This could be a doctor. You're going to get some word that somebody got ill or worse. Somebody could have had anger issues or something. Had an internal disruption. But they're angry that you avoided all these catastrophes potentially. Or they're trying to avoid it. I don't know. Somebody in the know, so a professional. If it's an institution that's involved, they don't want to be sued. They don't want to be held liable. They don't want to lose their job, whatever this is. They got to come and tell you the truth, whether it's professionals or somebody else you're dealing with. Or this could be you speaking some truths. Somebody did too much. Yeah. There's an investigation. Finding something out. Yeah. Sacrificing. Struggling. Not wanting to let go. No illumination. Unable to overcome. Somebody's really stuck. Somebody's feeling stuck or trapped here. You wanted to sacrifice divine feminine energy or a mother. Good for you. They wanted you stuck and struggling while they make money off of you, while they live the life. They didn't want you to know. You do know. They're trying to find out why you're not stuck and struggling, why this sacrifice didn't work. Because you're divine feminine energy, male or female. Yeah, they were stealing money from you. Missed opportunity. They wanted you to miss an opportunity, or they could have placed you in debt. I don't know. This is not a blessing. That's not their blessing. If there could have, somebody's stuck here or it's trapped or something like that, there could have been a pregnancy and maybe there was a loss. Okay? For a few of my condolences. Somebody's health could be waning. Yeah, child. There's an apology. You're innocent. You're using your intuition. They want a second chance. Damn, somebody wants a second chance with you. They're under divine judgment. They may want to get into your energy for saving. You know what I'm saying? There could be an exhumation. Oh, gosh, I don't want to go there. This is a wake-up call. It's a spiritual awakening. Somebody needs to take accountability. It's radical acceptance. Somebody wants a second chance with you. You more than proved to whomever that you make good decisions here. Somebody's rendered a decision. There could be an accountability coming towards you, an apology. A mea culpa, help save me. Don't let me lose my job. Don't let me get sued. Whatever this is. They were indecisive. They're afraid to make a decision. It could be a sudden show up. Somebody's suddenly showing up at your door. Or somebody suddenly leaving. Somebody not knowing what to do. There's no vision here, no foresight, no plans. They can't block the truth from coming out. There's no more confusion about you or the situation, about this group here. They're all fighting here. There's conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, and rivalry. A lot of drama going on. They wanted you to compete. They want you to fight. They're poking the bear, trying to make you look like you're unstable or something. Yeah, they're parting ways with their group, cult, coven, secret society, or friend group, or third party. They definitely spread egregious gossip about you. They're not happy. The party's over. Pleasure seekers no more. Here's the bill. You know what I'm saying? If they were pleasure seeking on your dime, here's the bill. No, yeah, they're scared. Somebody's sick or injured. They don't want to heal. They're scared. It's a scandal. This is a scam artist. Love bomber. They chase you till they get what they want and then they're gone. They don't mean anything they say. They don't follow through with their promises. They were probably spreading gossip about you, trying to get people to turn their backs on you so you'd be alone and scared. So you'd be more willing to accept this love bomber. Or they didn't want to show you any love, passion, support. This could be a warlock or somebody's a poser or a player. They bit off more than they can chew. Male or female, they didn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, and honor. This is a follower, not a leader. This is a coward down deep inside, right? Their only concern is how they look in front of people. It's very superficial person. Angry. Could be a warlock, like I said, doing magic. Trying to butter you up to go along with their fucking ruse. Had no authority, lost authority. Somebody's angry here. Yeah, a lot of secrets here. They're mad that you're intuitive. That you give wise counsel, you're receiving wise counsel, you're not speaking to them. Yeah, you know, this was an injustice that was committed against you, an imbalance. They were quite satisfied doing this. They were a glutton, whoever this is. Right? They wanted what they wanted, when they wanted it. How dare you? How dare you have my wish fulfillment? How dare you get an alignment for my wish fulfillment when I don't get an alignment for jack shit? There you go. Crooked judge or leader, pulling strings for them. Could be another warlock. I don't know. Lack of faith. They don't believe in traditional values or relationships. This is a crime. Corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, loss of authority, bad counsel. This is a bad contract as well. No redemption. Someone's gonna have to walk away from this. Could be a divorce or separation. There's no emotional fulfillment or happiness. You walked away. If it's a relationship, or they're going to have to walk away from the institution. Take it for whatever that is. Could be a platform as well. It's not wish fulfillment. Somebody's feeling ashamed of themselves. They could be sick and or injured, losing hope, losing faith. No spiritual protection. They're in their south node. No divinity. You have no faith in these people or in the system. Something didn't work. They're going to lose their job. They wanted you to lose your job. They don't want you to be out in the public eye if you are not some sort of platform. Only for a few of you. Somebody has no discipline, okay? Didn't want to put the work in. It was too much like work. Haven't mastered their emotions, any kind of craft or specialty or whatever this is. You're trying to block your work. They're going to lose their job trying to block your... Somebody didn't take any action. They're going to lose their job. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. Yeah, you foresaw this. Somebody's moving forward here. You're not looking back. Your ships are coming in. They were plotting and planning. Someone in the equation is plotting and planning to expose these people. This is public humiliation. If it's an institution having anything to do with, on the record, you know, either testimony and or important papers, they're going to strike the record. Somebody's hiding from the public. They're trying to hide you from the public. You're still moving forward, though. Yeah, online. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. They're trying to hide you from the public if you're online. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Just be traveling and or moving. You're very protected. This is victory. Lessons learned. Somebody's mad, jealous, doing magic. They lied. They're a bully. Male or female. They're trying to hide something they said online or on public record. They want to overturn it. They want to strike the record. They get found out. Somebody was jealous of you. They were a bully. Angry. They're fucking jealous. They were doing magic. A hoe bag. They said this about you online or something like that. Yeah, this was unfair. Not equally yoked. This is fraud and or theft. Somebody's having financial difficulties. They definitely breadcrumbed you. Ending a third-party situation, a collaboration, or a false contract. Somebody didn't want to put the work in. They were lazy and disrespectful, not getting along with the others. Plans are falling through, not consulting the others, not getting along. Somebody is not cooperating. If they're stealing any of your work, intellectual property, your creations, well, people are going to find out. Yeah. No longer working with a King of Pentacles, you or someone else. No longer collaborating with a King of Pentacles. False contract, giving a King of Pentacles, male or female. Stability here, or the appearance of stability. Yeah. You want to put some past hurts behind. This could be you or someone else. You're very successful, abundant, generous, kind, committed. This could be a husband card as well. It doesn't have to be. This person made some money. Somebody's no longer collaborating. They could have said that you're mentally, emotionally unstable. This could be a money manager as well, going through a dark night of the soul. This is somebody in your past. This could be a new partner coming in, helping you to put your past hurts behind. This could be a past life soulmate, or this is children or somebody from your past here. They're giving you your flowers finally. You're innocent. They're going through, yeah, they got caught. They have to come clean. So somebody's going to give you your flowers. They testified against you. Could be an ex-husband. Doesn't have to be. Could be anybody that said they were so generous. They're supporting you. You're just a lazy piece of whatever, right? They got caught. They're not getting away with this. You're getting your flowers. You were kind and nurturing and sweet to these people. Could be family too. Or your own children. I don't know. Yeah, the truth is coming out. They're being exposed. It's illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. This is the truth. It's embarrassing. It's going to embarrass and disgrace them. Damn spanky. Somebody's holding a grudge against you. Right? They're going to have to let this go, this investment. So somebody's making money off this investment off of your back. Somebody was relying on a hoe. Leaning on this hoe. Waiting to harvest this money. They underestimated you. It was all lies. There's proof and evidence. It was all lies. They never communicated with you. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth, male or female. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're stable and secure. Hardworking, abundant, and independent. The mountains are behind your throne for a reason. You went through these hardships. Some of it's your doing. I mean, it is. We all play a role, right? We have to take ownership in every relationship, in every situation. But a lot of it was due to these people. Truth and clarity. Somebody's taking action. You have new beginnings, new passion, opportunities. Somebody's getting let go. You have to let go of a home, family, stability, a business. Yeah. You're moving forward here. You're stable and secure. Somebody may want to, I don't know, come towards you. Come meet you in calm waters. Spirits plugged you out of rough waters and brought you to calm waters. You're moving forward, though. Somebody could be transitioning. Transitioning, sorry. Somebody's taking some sort of action here. Yeah, and they're burdened. Somebody has to be responsible here. They got a lot of burdens. They're buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. Or they place these burdens on you. It's 11 wands. Can't see the forest through the trees. They're struggling with the weight of this. All they have to do is let it down. It's all manipulation, magic, illusions, deception, corruption. They don't have all the resources they need. They didn't take action when they should have. Somebody's very, very unmoored, I heard, out of control. They're very paranoid. You overcame, persevered. You blocked whatever magic this was or illusions. There's a lot of emotional wounding here, okay? They could be blocked from a home or a business, blocked from a family, or you blocked this family. I don't know. Marriage. Did I stutter? Overcoming, persevering. You put up some boundaries. You're stable and secure. Somebody's side eyeing another. They got to let something go. 4-4. Release something. They can't hold back anymore. They have no savings. Could be house, rich, cash poor. Somebody's unstable and insecure. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're going to have to open up to you. Release something onto you here. That's something they owe you. Okay? You had enough of the, sleepless nights and the worry. It's their turn now. Okay? Could be up to 9 people involved. Or there's 9 daggers sticking in your back. It's about ready to be plunged in theirs. I'm picking up shame, a great deal of shame. They should feel ashamed of what they've done to you. Yeah, they're losing their position. This is a fall from grace. Somebody who's really smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all and show off. 9-9 if this resonates. Always partying, putting on an act, maybe regaling others with your own stories, wanting to be you or trying to impersonate you. It's fall from grace, no emotional fulfillment or happiness. They're on their own. Lack of trust, no seeing eye to eye, no harmony. Somebody's on their own here. Yeah. Talking shit. They need to heal. You're on your own. You don't trust these people. You healed your heart. There's a blessing in disguise that you moved on. There's no harmony here. You were talking shit. Yeah. Talking shit. Emotional manipulation here. Emotional blackmail. They're superficial, shallow, and selfish. They're using emotions right now. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Feel sorry for me. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Yeah, you will. This is somebody that's very emotionally manipulative. They don't care who they hurt. They're very needy and greedy. They don't care who they hurt. Neglectful. They don't care about anybody. Yeah, they're in trouble. They're in hot water. They can't move on from this. They can't escape this. They're trying to keep you from leaving, moving on in life. Well, yeah, they're playing games. They're juggling. They're trying to manage something right now. Playing games. Somebody's making a head over heart decision. You're in alignment. For new love, true love, self-love. This is happiness, new beginnings, a peace, harmony. Something to do with energy as well. They could be harvesting your energy. But you're being blessed here by the divine. You're very loved by the divine. Wow. People are seeing that somebody was playing games. You're very loved. You love yourself. You have self-respect. Emotional intelligence as well. So they're hemming and hawing, using emotional manipulation. They're in their emotions, trying to balance things out. Right? Do for me, do for me. Don't worry about them. Using their emotions, pulling on heartstrings to get their way. But the divine swooped in. Learn to heal yourself. This person doesn't want to heal. They have hidden addictions, maybe. I don't know. Definitely need therapy. So something's happening quickly. Fast communication, action, and or travel. 8. Somebody has no spiritual strength. Maybe they're trying to get it from you. I don't know. Or they didn't think you had that much. They're hiding and cloaking. They don't want to be alone. This is lack of awareness. Something's coming out, coming to light, because this is the Hermit in reverse, meaning that you're coming out of isolation here. People see you. Maybe you were in isolation. People see you now. Yeah, you're the child this is the child that you were always meant to be. 8. Strong, resilient, having integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You planted seeds. They're now taking sprout. Someone's fated to suffer. They wanted you to suffer, keeping you in the shadows, right? But this person was in their shadow, poisoning the minds of others. I don't know. Full of temptation, easily tempted. Yeah, something to do with expectations, okay? Wanting to take from you. Somebody could be expecting, but they're expecting you to go. That's what it is. They could have tried to take you out. Or they're expecting this money after, unalive. Pardon me. It could be like I said, it could be a will, an inheritance. They're expecting to pocket this money, or expecting to make more money off this money. You wouldn't know. They just stonewall you. Wouldn't tell you anything about it. Something to do with cameras here. So reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories, and that's what you've done. And or that is a cue. There's people that do belong in your life, make good memories now. Because life is fleeting. It goes by so very quickly and nothing stays the same. Build those memories. Whether you go before them or they go before you, you have those memories for life, and it keeps them alive, okay? So not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call or person, boundaries, and still angry. If that's you, I don't blame you. Or somebody else is angry. They got compromised, placed in this situation. Some people just don't care. They compromise people because they're greedy and they're selfish and they're drama-laden, and they just don't care. I've noticed that. I've known people that are they love drama. Everything's drama. Everything's, there's always a problem. And they call everybody, or they show up at everybody's door, and they invite you. They pull you into their bullshit. And it's like, no, not today. Get the fuck out. So if you know somebody like that, maybe that's what you need to do. Not today. It's over. Okay? It's over. Maybe they were doing unalive spells on you to try to get rid of you so they can keep this money, and it's not working. So where do you think this is going to go, right? It's going to go back from whence it came, and quickly. Somebody that doesn't have the spiritual strength you do to protect themselves. Yep, so telephone. Somebody's going to call you. Playing telephone, spreading gossip and rumors. Cancer 2. Connection, communication, conversation, getting through, two-way street, message, vocal, loud and clear, reaching out, notification, throat chakra, inner voice, rings a bell. Ring a bell? Ring-a-ling-a-ling? Ring-a-ding-a-ling? 929, Libra. Chocolate, satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, elevated mood. So you might get a phone call and you might go out for dinner with somebody, or I don't know, somebody's trying to send you lust and love spells to butter you up. It doesn't have to be for the actual intimacy, act of intimacy. It's just they're trying to butter you up so you would feel sorry for them, be more responsive to them and their needs and their wants. They're going to bring you some chocolate maybe. Or this is you. Go ahead and spoil yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing lately, spoiling myself. Tonight I'm going to go out for a good dinner with my boy and his girl. It's going to be a good time. 998. Blinders. Libra again. So they think that nobody saw this, or they put blinders on you, or they're not seeing what's coming. Victim mentality, what I tell you, boo-hoo. Confusion, tunnel vision, resist clarity, confirmation bias, restriction, narrow focus, echo chamber, denial, oblivious, out of touch, hyperfocus, and concentration. 98. So if you have a yes or no question, 9, yet again, 89. 989. Unlikely. At this time, the situation or outcome is unlikely to occur. So if they're thinking that they can put blinders on you or anybody else, it's unlikely. You walk alone, I just heard. So if they think they can come along with you for the ride, you walk alone. So something's happening soon, 96. Balance, that's what it is, right? Happening soon, the situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. Congratulations, because maybe you walked away from the situation or somebody else is walking away, which is kick-starting the karma. The truth is coming out now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody's walked away. They're done. They're washing their hands. Walking away, bringing back balance. You walking away brought back balance, or somebody else, okay? End of. What are we dealing here? What else do you want me to use? What other deck, please, Spirit? Okay, it's something to do with money. It seems like most of these have a lot to do with money or greed at the end of the day. That propels people. That and jealousy and lust, I think, ego. That's the main ones, right? Let's end this with this deck, please, Spirit. What else would you like the collective to know? Tough choice. So somebody's facing a tough choice. You or someone else, unsure what to do next. Choosing between evils. Get advice. Wait for clarity. If you have to choose between evils, look around for another choice. I don't know. Activation. So this activated you. Or somebody else is being activated. So you're unlocking your soul's purpose and receiving divine gifts. You needed to go through this, I hate to say it, this experience to bring you where you need to go. It's a realignment, right? It was meant to be. So tap into your ancestral memory and inner wisdom to awaken your soul. Focusing too much on the material world at the expense of the spiritual world. So you got to balance it. You got to balance it out, okay? Personally, I find myself too much in the 5D. I have to balance it out, like go out for a walk and interact with people. It's so peaceful, though. I do prefer it sometimes, but you have to balance it out, like everything in life. So losing interest. Someone's losing interest. You're losing interest. Not finding enough payoff. Looking for more stimulation. Make it fun. Stay invested. That could be you or someone else. So if you have to add some more flavor to something, go right ahead. If you, obviously, it's good to have passions and hobbies and interests because that's what helps you manifest it helps you create, right? Your imagination. So if you have interests, go down that road. Look into things that you're interested in. Explore. As long as it's healthy, okay? Something to do with the past. You're losing interest with anybody and anything from the past. There we go. So something from the past is returning, maybe an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. Money could be coming your way from something you did in the past. That could be for you or somebody else in the equation. But I really do think you have no interest in anybody from the past or anything from the past. Anything that hurts you. You have broken dreams. Somebody's broken dream. They were plotting. They wanted you not to realize your dreams. Not working as planned, beginning to lose all hope. Keep the faith, don't give up. That's what they want you to do, is not keep the faith. They wanted you to lose interest in something that you're taking part in, that you're getting paid for, you will get paid for. Lose interest in this inheritance or something like that, or family. They were plotting and planning against you. Get rich quick schemes. Bad investments, told you. Risky plan, think long-term, and safe strategy. So somebody's trying to strategize a safe way out, and there's no safe way out for them. Okay? There's no safe way but the truth. That is the safest way they can go, the truth. Total accountability. It's a checkmate, baby. It's a checkmate. What's going to happen to these people? Let's get a couple of these. 1 minute 37. They told me to keep going here. So what else would you like to add to this, please, Spirit? What else would you like to add for the collective at this hour? Thank you. So, stubbornness. They don't want to hear it, or you don't. You know, they say stubbornness is not good, right? But in a way, stubbornness, willfulness, obstinance is good. Like, I'm willful, I'm obstinate, and I can be stubborn. But for good. You know what I'm saying? It's not always bad. But sometimes it's bad, yeah. I got to learn to balance that out too. So we have selfness. Somebody's only out for themselves here. Mullish attitude and arrogance. 77 might have something to do with it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want something about frequency. They don't hear the same. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So when you're vibing at a higher frequency than others, they won't hear what you're saying. Whatever you're saying won't impact. It won't hit them the same way. They're going to misconstrue what you have to say always because they want to. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they're adamant. This is what you meant. This is what you said, even though it's not. You could say, "I hope you have a beautiful day today," and they're going to say, "Well, they told me to go fuck off." Totally different, right? But that's what they swear up and down. That's what they heard. Because they're not vibing at the same vibration. But what am I doing? Let's see what else is coming up. Okay. Sneaky. Fake profile hiding from you behind the scenes in social media. Reflection. Mirror magic. Glamour spells. Mirroring you. Trying to mirror you. Dark night of the soul. Dark shadow. Facing inner truths and seeing true colors. So somebody's true colors are being seen. Ouch. Fired up. They got a whole whack of people fired up to come up after you. Something's lit here. Fuming with rage. Overwhelming. Explosion of emotions and very angry. They want you to go that way. They're trying to make you go that way. Poke of the bear, maybe. Maybe trying to get energy from you. Because that's energy harvesting. That's what they do. There's going to be a natural disaster here. They want to make it look so natural. Like it's just you. Not anybody poking you. A risk, frustration, and survive. You survived a lot here. Maybe they're in survival mode now. 38 is 11. That's tarot. All in their imagination, right? Variety, fantasy in their mind. Yeah, they're going to say that you're crazy or something like that. It's all in your mind. They didn't do anything. They got paid to do this. Okay, endorsement. Right? Persuasion, bribe, and temptation. How dare you? A bunch of bozos. Drama, look at that. Other cards fell off. This drama started. What did I tell you? Creating problems, thirsty for attention, overreacting, drama king or queen. Somebody's facing homelessness, or they wanted you to, or they said you were. Yeah. It is what it is. Only you. You've ascended. You might be going into a higher level soulmate connection. Somebody's watching you, focused on just you, observing you, watching you. There's no one like you. You've ascended, learning, transcending, preparing for you in your new phase. Or this is somebody else that's finally ascended. I heard finally. Somebody was bullying you, though, trying to embarrass you. They were gossiping for sure. Somebody's hesitant here. They took part of this, or they knew about it, they suspected it. You know, there's a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, right? So there's a decision that needs to be had here, or made, confusion and worry. So they're worried. They're coming in to help you, or somebody wants your aid now. They want your energy, mercy, charity, and kindness. Please feel sorry for me. Have mercy on me. You know, I did try to ruin your life, take your life, steal from you, do all kinds of things, but have mercy on me. Did they show you any mercy or grace? Any kind of compassion? That's what you should be going on, okay? It's not up to you to mother them or father them. It's not up to you to heal them either. You just take care of you. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.